Hi everyone, I'm Donna Marie Crawford. Thank you so much for joining me for my weekly inspirational card reading. Today's November 17th, 2014, and this week I'd like to use a deck from Sonia Choquette. Ask Your Guides Oracle Cards. This is a wonderful deck. I have to tell you, it's an older deck. I've had it for many years and have found that I myself use it often to ask for guidance and confirmation for things that I feel Spirit is sending to me, but I'm just like you, and I'd like to have validation as well that the messages and the path that I'm on is positive and leading me in the direction of my best and highest good. With that being said, that's what I always say at the beginning of each reading. I ask Spirit to only send messages of the best and highest good. And I do work with card decks that have kind, loving messages. And I pick card decks that I feel drawn to. And I recommend that everyone does that. We all can use card decks that can really help us to expand our growth and confirm what we feel we have that knowing inside already. So it helps us to gain that trust in that inner knowing that we all do have and the connection that we all have with Spirit directly. We're constantly being guided. It's supported and comforted and loved, and to know that we have such positive energy around us, and it's really up to us to recognize it, to welcome it, and Spirit's just wanting us to know that it's not your imagination. Oftentimes, many of us think it's our imagination when we're getting messages or guidance. It's really meant to help us expand our thoughts and our desires, to know that we can strive towards what we desire and seek the most. And if it is meant for our best and highest good, it's amazing. All the time, to me, that's a word my husband and I use quite often between us, is amazed. Um, it just amazes me how Spirit can really align things for us to help us to accomplish what it is we're setting out to achieve. All right, thank you, Spirit, for those messages. So I shuffle the deck and I ask for messages that will connect with all who view this video to help them have a more peaceful and happy path this week, and to give them support and guidance along the way, and the knowing that you're always there with us and only wanting the best for us. Remember, there's never a wrong card. They're all perfect, and comes up, Spirit has a way of aligning us with what's most important at that moment. So for this week, I feel what the card that Spirit brought forward for us is Bravado, Warrior Guides. If you could see, they're on the top of the hill, and the guides are there helping the others get up there as well. It's quite a interesting illustration, and please see and feel how it resonates directly with you. In the lovely guidebook here, it's wonderful that they all, the decks that I've chosen often come with the guidebook that expands on the card. And this really is a strong message today. It represents rebellion, liberation, courage, resistance. And the direction in the book, the guidance is, does everything inside you rebel against authority, making you want to scream, "You can't control me"? It's a very strong word in many of our vocabularies of control. We want to have control. If so, it's true. No one can control you unless you agree to it. The fact that you don't allow others to control you anymore is a sign of progress. And I feel that this message is coming to those who are really trying to develop and come into your own, and find out what it is that you're most desiring, and to move in that direction. It means that you're moving away from a world of dependency and are claiming your personal authority as a self-directed, conscious soul ready to take responsibility for yourself. Challenging the authority figures in your life is a necessary step in your growth. There's often times where we'll find ourselves repressed and not able to express ourselves. But understand that Spirit is reminding us that we are allowing that. And by allowing that, we are not able to fully come into our true energy and purpose of and have meaning to the path and the journey that we're traveling. Ask your warrior guides for the courage to challenge what oppresses you and for the wisdom to know when to respect authority. Your warrior guide's message is stand up for what's important to you and ask for it. Don't be afraid to ask for it. Please, Spirit's asking, yelling loudly in message for you. However, don't fight for its own sake. You don't have to be right. Right is really a matter of perspective, and it all depends on whose perspective it is as to who's right. It's not that important. And when we can release that, we are freer and more able to have peace. Respect the leadership and the rights of others as well. Know that we are making our own choices and they are making theirs. And sometimes they don't coincide. So there are times where we do have to agree to disagree with authority and understand that there are certain things that we're not going to be able to understand. And their actions and their reasoning is not always going to be clear to us at this time. But when you feel that it's something that's infringing on your right to be truly who you are, then please stand up for yourself and know Spirit is guiding you and supporting you in it. If you're really on a path of self-discovery and self-exploration, trust and know that you do have the right to be who you are, and it is divine, and it is with purpose that you are here. And others are so happy and grateful for the experiences that they're able to share on their path with you. Thank you again so much for joining me for my inspirational card reading. I do it weekly and hope it does provide guidance. I have heard from some lovely souls who have reassured me that Spirit directed me to do this just for them, and I hope it is meaningful just for you. And you're that person, because that's really, it's my honor to always, it's always my honor to be able to share messages from Spirit with those who are seeking it and to help them have a more peaceful and happy path in this life. If you'd like any more information about any of the readings or offerings I have, please go to DonnaMarieCrawford.com. I look forward to a wonderful week, and I'm sure you'll have one too. Trust in your connection with Spirit, and thank you again for joining me. Blessings always.